Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and it's been a little bit of a while since we've had to talk about this, but guess what? We are now only 4 weeks away from RageCon 4, and unfortunately, we have a bit of a problem. And even though some of you may not necessarily be too sure what I mean, first of all, I'll say this. We're now only 3 weeks away from Christmas Day. And even I can't believe how fast we're approaching that. I truly can't. But let's get into a little bit more about sort of what's coming up. Now, if you're curious about what those things are in the corner, those are calendars I started to make. And if you're wondering why they all say January of 2025, well, let me put it to you like this. It's because by the time I get to finishing all of the calendars, I've got like some of the rest of the months in a little folder. Like, I'll just grab the thing right here. What I've got here is I've just got this little folder here, and it already, you can see February for Northern Reactions Incorporated. I also have one for Raging Reality Thunderbolt right here. I also have, that's like, wow, I've actually only got 2 full calendars for 2025 made already. That's kind of a bit of an interesting problem to have, but then again, these babies will be ready by the time the year is over. And just to give you guys a little bit of a walkthrough about these, as I mentioned before, these are for like different channels that I run. And what I've done is that I've ticked off certain days in which I had got the videos for said channel ready. So for Raging Reality Thunderbolt, just from that, just in January alone, I have got at least 12 days of January complete for Raging Reality Thunderbolt, which still means I have about 19 more days to fill up the docket. Yeah, I think you're beginning to see sort of what I was talking about when I said we've got a problem. Well, it kind of goes a little bit deeper than that. Now, the good news for this is that for each Tuesday going forward for Raging Reality Thunderbolt is doing videos about Mobile Suit Gundam. And because the first is a Wednesday, it means that I can technically afford to do or tackle Mobile Suit Gundam last more than anything. For right now, I want to be able to tackle Monster, My Hero Academia, and Death Note. So, and also, what's the good flexibility behind these dates is that I only need to do the first 5 episodes of Monster, the first 5 episodes of My Hero Academia, and the first 5 episodes of Death Note in just before January begins proper, because that means I will have an entire 31 days to get ready for that. However, there's also one thing I need to show you, and let me just pull out Raging Reality Thunderbolt for 1 second. Because what you're going to see here, ladies and gentlemen, is that I filled up dates for everything I've done as well. And even though they haven't been ticked off, the whole of High Guardian Spice has been done. The whole of like the first series of Kakiguri is done as well. The whole of Berserk, by the way, I'm talking about the 97 series. I have already done that entire show, and it won't be until well into, I think it's like June or July. We've pretty much done. We'll be doing that. We will have finished that off. So I kind of had the initiative to get quite a lot of this done early. And for those not in the know, for the last 2 weeks, I have been off work. And I managed to make use of that time by retroactively getting a lot of the longer videos I had to do made and ready to go out as planned as well. Which is why it brings into the topic about Northern Reactions and stuff like that. Because unlike Raging Reality Thunderbolt, I only have about 13 more videos to make, so that the whole of Nova Reactions in January is going to be accounted for as well. And here's the thing you need to know about Northern Reactions Incorporated, ladies and gentlemen, is that every single Monday going forward in the whole of 2025 has been accounted for. That's one whole day I literally do not have to think about uploading videos or worrying that I won't have a video ready for that day. Everything is accounted for. There isn't really much that can go wrong. In theory, there's you have to expect the unexpected somehow. And by the way, even though A Man in Full hasn't even really been touched yet, everything that comes after A Man in Full has been finished, and that will take us all the way until the beginning, or either the beginning of July or probably the middle of July. So getting all of that done in that sort of space was probably the smartest thing I really could have done under these circumstances. And of course, well, to be honest, I might possibly think about getting. I'm in two minds about what should I do next. Should I do the first 5 episodes of Monster for Thunderbolt, or should I do like the entire series of Baby Reindeer on Netflix for the NR Inc. Because it's not a particularly long series. Each episode is only about like 25 minutes. It seems far more manageable, and probably getting that knocked out of the way is probably the best thing I could do. Then, of course, I'm probably it's going to run into 2026 by the time I'm finished the whole of Breaking Bad, and that because I plan on doing Better Call Saul immediately after this, and well, there's a lot to talk about with that show anyway. Also, for Tuesday, I'm almost at the end of doing that entire like day of the week throughout 2025 as well. So getting 2 days out of the way is probably the best course of action. Now, with that being said, there's a lot more to it than just this. And those sort of calendars I haven't even started. We're talking about, Raging Reality 70s, Raging Reality 80s, 90s, 10s, noughties and 10s. Then, of course, there's Raging Reality Classic. Then there's my Kickstarter's YouTube channel. Then there's all sorts. Basically, there's so much of this going on, and there is so much that I still have left to do, that can I realistically do all of this in 4 weeks? Well, as far as the calendars are concerned, yes, absolutely I could do the calendars in that amount of time. What I am a little bit skeptical, however, is how on earth I'm even going to put all of this together. And here's why. Before I went off work for 2 weeks because I had to take holiday time and stuff like that, I had about 71 videos that needed to be like edited and exported and basically ready to go once the 1st of January began. Now, here's the thing. In that amount of time, I managed to record over 100 videos in those 2 weeks. However, what I also managed to do was pretty much like export, edit, and do about 50 of those. So what we sort of have is still over 100 videos that need to be edited and exported. And even where we sit right now, that's going to be a little bit on the tighter side of the schedule, because a lot of those videos that have got to be exported are much longer, and they will take on average about 2.5 hours to cook, basically, is the operative phrasing I'm going to use. And that's not even getting out of the way of the other long videos I have to make and then have to get all of that done. So how am I going to do it? That's the question I have to ask myself. Now, the only real feasible thing I can think to do is maybe like just either use whatever free time, like days off work I have to like get these videos edited and made, and then maybe spend those days as well working on like quality of life stuff, like advertising my whole thing for RageCon 4. And well, as you can see, it's going to be really, really interesting, because not only am I it's not that I'm uncertain that this can work, but what I am uncertain about, ladies and gentlemen, is, well, if I could get this done on time. Time is not really my friend. To be honest, if I had a whole year, I probably would. This probably would have been. This would have been donezo. You know what I mean? And that's not even getting. Again, you have to talk. I have to take into consideration things like Raging Reality International, which is going to require a lot more time, and especially because I have to take language classes for that sort of thing, and I'm probably going to need to hire somebody to translate the stuff, the stuff as well. So, for what they are worth, ladies and gentlemen, even though RageCon 4 is only 4 weeks away, I've got about 4 weeks to get ready, realistically, and even with what I have so far, I need about 4 months. So, how do I work my way around that? What exactly can I do about that? Well, at this point, there is only one thing I can do. Cram 4 months of work into 4 weeks and, well, see what comes out the other end. It's probably not the most elegant solution in the world. In fact, it's nigh on pretty much a disaster waiting to happen. But the only thing that I know deep down inside, ladies and gentlemen, the only thing that can stop me at this point is myself. The only thing that's preventing me from, succeeding in life at this point is myself. The only thing I can rely on at this point is myself. And you may also be interested to know what this one is all about, ladies and gentlemen. Well, curiously enough, I bought a lot of shampoo and a lot of body gel and aftershave and stuff like that a couple of days ago, and I designated specific days of the week to use. Let's say fruity caramel and pistachio to be used with Jinx Jungle Fresh. I deliberately bought 11 different varieties and stuff like that. I mean, I didn't know there was this many varieties. I mean, look at the shampoo varieties you get. Dragon fruit and vanilla, mint and tea tree, candy floss, watermelon and pomegranate, cherry and almond, coconut and white peach, lavender and vanilla, and lemon and tea tree, frosted cranberry, strawberry and raspberry scented shampoo. And so basically I have to use one shampoo once every 11 days. To be honest, I could probably be well into August and I still don't think I'll be running out anytime soon, because I plan on not using that much. I mean, I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. I pretty much, even when it comes down to the question of hair, I think I'm probably on the lesser side of the scale, at least what I probably used to be and stuff like that. So I think that's about everything for this update, and well, it stands to reason, ladies and gentlemen, there's still so much to do, and we're starting to run a little bit out of time, but I'm still determined for this to go ahead. I still want this to go out as it is, and wait to see what you guys think, because it doesn't even stop at the things I just said, and there's so much more I could talk about, but I think for now we'll just leave it there. So thank all of you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.